Hi guys and welcome to another video. So in this video we're gonna start talking about arrays in Java, okay? So I'm just gonna give you guys an example where this is useful. So let's say that I have a list of items. Let's say I wanna represent a list of things such as numbers. So let's say we could have number one, and number two, and number three, and so on. So this is one way of doing it, but as you guys can see, this is not very efficient and intelligent. So that's why we need to have something different. So this is where arrays come to play. Also, I could create the variables in the same line this way. Okay, I could do the following. This would work. But today's video is about arrays. So how do we create arrays in Java? So the first thing we need to do is to define the data type. In this case is an integer. After that, we need to give it a name such as numbers, because arrays usually have their name in the plural. So we use the plural of certain entities such as numbers, cars, people, okay? So after that, we put uh, this symbol that I forgot how to say in English. I think it's square brackets, right? Square brackets. And then we can assign some items, and we put between curly brackets, we put the values such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So after that, we can now print those numbers. So I want to print numbers to see what will happen, and you guys will see along with me what happens. So numbers, okay. Let's execute, and we got still running. After that, we got, I don't think it's gonna run after all, but this is expected because if you guys pay attention, okay. So it showed me this thing that is not something useful. I think it's just an memory address. So to print a number, you guys need to remember that system.out.println doesn't actually support to print arrays. It just supports to print numbers. So we can actually access each number by an index, such as we put square brackets. So I'm gonna print the first element by doing this. So you guys can see the first element is 1. The second element is at the index 1. And we see 2. Let me change this just a little bit. Let's put some prime numbers here. Okay. So the first prime number is 1. Okay. So the fourth prime number here, you guys need to subtract 1 from the number 7. Okay, so this is how you can create arrays. This is pretty much similar to strings in C in some way. Now you guys need to know about how can we, as you guys can see here, the number of elements is not defined. So numbers is an arbitrary number. In this case, it's always going to be the number of elements that we have here. But let's say I don't want to initialize an array right at the beginning. I could do the following. I could define between square brackets. I could put the number of elements that I want this array to support. So let's put 4. Let's put the equal sign, new, and I'm gonna put int, and then do this. Okay, so this is how you guys can create. Actually, it's not this way. We don't put any number here, put the number here. So what we are doing here is basically creating an array with 4 elements. Let's execute, and we see 0. If we put element 2, we also see 0, because when you create this object, we didn't initialize, so all the default values are 0. So let's say I can now access, let's access the index 2 or the third element and assign the value 7. So if I now execute, I should see 7 here, as you guys can see, because now I'm assigning another value, and here I am getting this value. So this is how you can create arrays in C, okay? So thank you guys for watching this video. See you guys next time.